If Zapier is showing error 503, don't panic. In this video, I'll show you a simple step-by-step way to troubleshoot the issue, reconnect your app account, check permissions, and verify whether the problem is with Zapier or with the app you're integrating. This is especially helpful if your Zap suddenly stops working, your workflow fails to publish, or your integration starts returning server errors. If this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more quick software fixes and step-by-step guides. Alright, let's get into it. First, go to Zapier and sign into your account. Once you're inside, look for the Assets section, click on Assets, and then open Zap Workflows. This is where you'll find the Zaps connected to your account. Now locate the Zap that is causing the error 503. Open that Zap so you can inspect the setup and make the necessary fixes. One of the most common causes of this issue is a broken connection between Zapier and the app you're using. So the next thing you want to do is disconnect and reconnect your app account. This refreshes the authentication and often clears up temporary connection issues. When reconnecting, make sure you sign in with the correct account and approve all required permissions. While you're in the Zap setup, check your account access carefully. Make sure your user account has admin access or write access in the target app. If your account does not have the proper permissions, Zapier may fail when it tries to send or update data, which can trigger errors like 503. So confirm that the connected app account is allowed to make changes. Also, go through each step in the Zap and make sure you do not leave any fields empty. Missing values, incomplete mappings, or blank required fields can cause the workflow to fail when you try to publish it. Review every section one by one, especially any required inputs, action fields, or mapped data from previous steps. If something is empty, fill it in before moving forward. After you've checked the connection, permissions, and all required fields, click Publish. This will save your changes and retest the Zap. If the issue was caused by an authentication problem or an incomplete setup, publishing after reconnecting and correcting the fields may resolve it right away. If you're still seeing the error, the next thing to do is check Zapier's system status. Open a new tab and go to status.zapier.com. This page will tell you whether Zapier is experiencing an outage, service slowdown, or ongoing incident. If there is a platform-wide issue, then the error may not be on your end at all. In that case, the best option is to wait for Zapier to resolve the issue and then try again later. If Zapier status looks normal, then the problem may be with the app you're integrating into Zapier. To check that, go to downforeveryone or justme.com and look up the app's server status or service availability. This can help you figure out whether the connected app is down for everyone or just causing issues on your side. If the app servers are having trouble, Zapier may not be able to complete the automation until that service is restored. So the full fix is, open your Zap, reconnect the app account, confirm you have admin or write access, make sure no required fields are blank, publish the Zap, then check Zapier's status page and the app's server status if the problem continues. Following these steps will help you narrow down the cause of the 503 error much faster. If this video helped you fix the issue, please like the video and subscribe for more Zapier tutorials, automation fixes, and workflow troubleshooting tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.